Tamra Judge is returning. We found out about this news because Jill Zarin Thirsty Ass from New York City and Ultimate Girls Trip basically exposed it. She was like, Tamra Judge is returning to the OC. I don't know how she knows that information, and I don't know what possessed her to expose that information, but she exposed it, and she also said that Vicki Gunvalson is upset at the situation. Now, I believe Jill Zarin, and I believe her tea. We know that Vicki's life revolves around Housewives, and when she was let go, she was very upset, okay? Because she's like, first off, I'm the OG of the OC. And Tamra and Vicki have been friends for years, okay? A very long time. They basically controlled that show. They were the two queens of the show for a very long time. And the fact that her friend is on there, her friend was asked back to return to the show and she wasn't, is probably making Vicki go crazy, okay? Vicki is somewhere in that Mexico home crying about that damn boyfriend and crying about the fact that sis was not asked back to return to the OC. And then you guys, okay, the kicker. Tamra Judge went to Twitter and she basically called Jill Zarin a bitch. Okay, she said, hey, Jill Zarin, you're thirsty and you're a bitch. You're thirsty and you're a bitch. And I was just like, oh my God, the girls are fighting. But according to Page 6, Tamra Judge will be returning to Bravo's Real Housewives of Orange County for its 17th season. Multiple sources exclusively tell Page 6. Tamra is thrilled to come back to the show, especially after feeling the fan love from her stint on Ultimate Girls Trip. She can't wait to get back into the mix on RHOC and see how she can shake up the dynamic. So it seems like they're adding in Tamra Judge. They got rid of Dr. Jen. They fired Noella and whatnot. It seems like they're going to keep Heather, Dubrow, and Gina, and what's her face? Emily, right? And Shannon. So I think that's I think that was a good choice. Listen, why I'm really excited that Tamra is coming back is because I kind of felt like all of the women last year, with the exception of Noella, were bowing down to Queen Heather Dubrow. No one wanted to say anything to Heather Dubrow because they thought Heather Dubrow was the queen. She basically controlled the friend group. She could not control Noella though. Okay, so Noella probably was doing some things behind the scenes to get sis fired, but different conversation for a different day. So if Tamra comes back, I'm going to really need her to shake up that dynamic, like for real, for real. I don't want to see everyone bowing down to Heather Dubrow because we all have the paychecks of peasants and Heather Dubrow is wealthy. I don't like that. I don't want to see that. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that situation. Listen, they needed a shakeup because that last season was trash. It was a flop and it was trashy. It was garbage. Okay, stanky, smelly garbage with raccoons swifting around. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about Real Housewives of Dallas and Claudia Jordan very quickly. I thought that this was very interesting. Now, if I can pull it up. Listen, there was kind of like this blind item situation going on with Bravo and Cocktails, and they basically are perpetuating these rumors that Bravo may be bringing back the Real Housewives of Dallas. Now, listen, I ain't never seen Dallas, never wanted to see Dallas, was never interested in Dallas. It looked like a snooze fest to me. I think I watched maybe like the first 2 episodes, and I just remember this one lady by the name of like Leanne Lachlan or something like that. She was so annoying. She was a wannabe. She was thirsty. She did too much, and she was trying way too hard to be a villain. It was very inauthentic. But listen, according to Bravo and Cocktails, someone spilled the tea. And said Bravo has been slowly talking about Real Housewives of Dallas, and they have parted ways with the original production company and has enlisted another one led by someone familiar with the Housewives, which I find this to be really interesting because a couple of weeks ago, Carlos King did an interview with Claudia Jordan, who lives in Dallas. And he basically spilled the tea that he was asked to produce Dallas, but I think the deal ended up falling apart because he wanted to use his own production company, and Bravo at the time weren't really using black production companies. But maybe this time will be different. Okay, maybe this time will be different because we do know that Candy Burris Tucker went above everybody's head to get some equitable opportunities for black production companies over there at NBC Universal. All right, so that's that. So when they say that they got rid of the old production company, and they're asking someone else to do it who is familiar with the Housewives, it reminds me of Carlos King. And then, of course, who should be on it? Maybe Claudia Jordan. maybe Claudia Jordan. I don't know. Let's keep reading. I keep hitting this. Oh my God. Okay, they began conversations about what a refresh Dallas would look like. Outside of the White Highland Park. Okay, they've been talking to sports wives and things like that, and they're thinking about bringing back a couple of the other old housewives. Claudia Jordan, quote, retweeted this and said, "What's good, Dallas? I'm right here with my fabulous girls who all have bred businesses, husbands, and or long-term relationships, brand, swag, personality, and they are perfect for TV." I find this to be interesting because, like I said, Claudia Jordan was on that damn podcast putting the ring in the hat. I think that's how you say it. She was on the podcast putting her ring in that hat. And honestly, I did not like Claudia Jordan while she was on Atlanta, but she was great for the show because she brought us drama, right? I don't know why she ever left Atlanta. She started off as a friend of the show. Then they bumped her up to full time. Then they bumped her back down to friend of the next season. And then she quit. Then she moved. Now she's in Dallas. And I would not be upset. I would not be upset if they decided to cast Claudia Jordan for this damn show. All right? I don't like her, but she's good TV. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about the situation. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great day.